Ah,
Hi.
professional show.
We are figuring out some fun. Yes, exactly. We are figuring it out as we go along.
Woohoo!
Chirag, who are you? Tell the good people.
Hi, I'm Chirag Asnani. I'm one of the co-founders of Daisies and Dragons. I'm a TTRPG writer, and I've been playing role-playing games for over 18 years. And I have, casually bragged once too many times that, I don't need much prep to run a game. And Poorna has decided to call me out.
Hey,
Tell us
hey, hey.
what's happening. What's happened? Why am I here?
Have I decided to call you out, or did you explicitly ask to be called out? Now tell me that. Hmm?
We don't have time to go into all my lies and hubris.
Fair enough.
We don't have the time.
We do not have time to go into the lies and hubris.
I've only got an hour to do something, isn't that right?
This is correct. Hang on. Something weird is happening. Yes, I do. All right, cool. So we are going to just go with it. Hi, if you are watching, we are trying a new show called Do or Die, where essentially I will be chatting with a designer who has very graciously agreed to let Chirag suffer while we chat with the designer, who we'll find out who they are in a second. If Chirag looks at his email now, you should see the game that you are going to be prepping in 1 hour. After an hour of Chirag panicking and me chatting with the designer, we are going to cut to an AP of the game, and we shall find out if Chirag, all that bragging that Chirag's been doing, actually makes sense. Or GMs watching will be like, oh my god, such relatable content.
Hopefully. While we wait for the email to reach me, Poorna, why don't you introduce yourself so they understand all your illustrious achievements?
I'm going to go ahead and not show the hubris that Chirag has, but I will tell you who I am. My name is Poorna M. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a proud member of the Daisies and Dragons community and also one half of Weave Games with Armaan Babu. I am very happy to be here to see Chirag panic. It is thoroughly enjoyable as an activity. If you don't have a hobby, consider it. But let's see if Chirag has received the email.
They have arrived. Now I have to read them. The game is Even Dragons Are Trampled Before Us, and its expansions, Machination to Dragon King. I wonder who did those. They sound like very interesting games. I'm going to open up the first one to get an idea. Do you want me to share my screen to see like what we're dealing with here? Yes.
Well, that's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and let you panic for now. And I'm going to invite the designer onto screen to chat with us while you go ahead and go through the rules that you have to run the game in an hour.
Bye.
Okay, so we have Chirag that is panicking on the side there. Chirag, can you hear me? All right, damn it. All right, I am going to go ahead and talk to the designer. Welcome, Armaan. While I figure out how to let Armaan figure out how to let Chirag not hear out. Who are you and why are you here? That was meant to sound less antagonistic.
Well, I am here because I was invited, and so far you've been very rude to me. Bring me into a separate window, put me on mute. But despite all that, I will tell you who I am. I am Armaan Babu, the other half of Weave Games with the illustrious Poorna M. I am the designer of Even Dragons Have Trampled Before Us and its recent expansion, Machinations of the Dragon King. I am also co-producer on this show, helping players figure out how to play this game beforehand. They have all had their session zero and have their characters ready to play. Although Chirag is going through a bit more of a panicked playthrough at the moment, play learn at the moment. I imagine. I can't actually see him.
It's true. It's it's true. Uh, Whenever I randomly say your name, Chirag, kindly do tell us or express with gesticulation how are you feeling and how it's going. Um, Give me a thumbs up if you heard me. All right. Well, something is happening to Chirag. Anyway, um, so uh, Armaan, tell us more about yourself. Who are you in the TTRPG space? What do you what is the stuff that you do in the TTRPG space? And how long have you been playing TTRPGs?
Well, I have been playing for about 6 years now. It feels like I've been saying that for a long time. I should check the actual date. It might be coming up on 7 years soon. But I have been a games master for 5 of those years and a games designer for about 2 of those years. Some games I have designed with you, and some games you can find over on my itch, which we shall link to in the chat. I like making silly games. I like making simple games, games that are easy for players to pick up and play. Um, Aside from TTRPG, from designing games, I also run games online professionally, both here in Bangalore and online. And aside from TTRPGs, I am also a pop culture critic. Oh, well, I critique largely comic books, writing over at Comics XF, but I also do reviews for TV shows, movies, books, and video games, as well as the occasional TTRPG.
So, when you are not doing reviews for comics and video games and other media, what kinds of TTRPGs do you like to design? And are they always for the purpose of watching Chirag squirm, or is this specially for today?
This one is specially for today. I did not design this game with making Chirag panic in mind. In fact, I imagine that as games go, this might actually be an easier beginning for him as we begin this series. Um, Even Dragons are Trampled Before Us. The original game was made to be GM-less, and it is fairly easy to pick up and play. Character creation is pretty much a two-step process. You pick your horse archetype, and you shift your stats slightly. Um, that's pretty much all you need to do. Um, the expansion Machinations of the Dragon King puts a player in
How
the
does a
GM
GM get involved?
with the expansion. Uh, Machinations of the Dragon King has someone sit in the GM seat and be able to add stakes, new kinds of dragons, new kinds of terrain, and even include a temptation mechanic to try and lure horses to the dark side. I do not know how much of this Chirag is going to choose to use, but I look forward to finding out.
Amazing. So this as a don't worry, Chirag, we're not talking about you except for when we are. Um, so Armaan, how did you come up with horses versus dragons? What were the circumstances in which you thought to yourself, let's make a game about horses fighting dragon invasion?
This
What
was
were you going
entirely
through?
your
Tell us
fault.
about that.
Entirely your fault. We've Games produced a jam around the Christmas holidays to create a one-page game, um, or if you roll, and also introduce special conditions. In the making of this game, I got the privilege of being allowed to make a character sheet as well, meaning including the character sheet and both sides of the game digitally. I could make what amounted to a three-page game. Um, and I was going to make a game about Vasco da Gama, basically sailing through the seas and finding that the seas were, there was a some kind of natural phenomenon that caused the seas to boil, and his crewmen were panicking, and he said, "No, look, even the seas tremble before us." And I thought, okay, this is going to be a really fun game. It'll be about inspiring crew people and whatnot on the high seas. And then the jam, in the middle of this whole thing, sent over a special condition um, that said all of my characters had to be horses. And I don't know a lot about horses. I do know that they are not meant to be at sea. They are not meant to run a ship. They are not. They would not be calmed by an elderly um, Portuguese man saying, "Even the sea trembles before us." So I did what I always do when I am stuck for ideas. I threw dragons into it. Um, I had horses. I had dragons. I made them fight each other, and I made mechanics for it.
Well,
And
there you
yeah,
have it, folks. How throwing dragons at a thing can make it better. A short TED talk by Armaan Babu. What made you decide? So you've made this GM this game. What made you decide that an expansion was called for that allowed a GM to mess with people?
well, one of my friends started playing the game immediately, and was they used this game as sort of what they would play in their off weeks when the GM didn't want to do too much prep. However, she also wanted to GM it, and started putting in little extra bits of story and little really creating the world of a game that is pretty straightforward dice roller. And I thought, hey, that sounds like fun. That sounds like something other people might want to do. So I started making up rules for that, and then on top of that, I said, since I'm making extra content, I might as well put in new stuff as well for some variety. So there are different types of dragons. There's different types of terrain, and yes, the trader mechanic.
Ooh, what's the trader mechanic? Wait, hang on. Chirag? Oh, Chirag, how's it going? Oh, hang on. We're just going to check. Yep, now say things.
Yes. I just finished the first book because they sent me two books. One, even dragons are trampled before us. The exciting adventure of horses who have to step up and take down dragons, defeating the dragon invasion. And now, after reading that, I'm like, okay, this is straightforward. I have questions, but that I don't have enough time to ask them. And now that's fine. And now I'm going and reading the second book, because now we have the expansion, and I don't know if there's stuff from there that the players have used, because you guys did character creation without me. Yay! Fun times. But just looking at it straightforward, this looks like a fairly simple game. Like you could, I think most GMs could probably run this with less than an hour's. I think, but can I do it with the expansion? Will I be able to figure it all together? Am I just talking a big game? Am I going to be trampled? We'll find out. Or is this going to drag on? Come on.
Oh my God, I'm going to call this episode Even Chirags Are Trampled Before Us.
You don't know how to edit the title. Only I do. You don't have that power.
Well, we'll find out, won't we?
Right.
So,
and yes, I have changed
Chirag,
the title.
I'm going to mute you again. And oh no, I'm going to mute you again. You can go ahead and keep your headphones down until the next episode, where I figure out how to get you to not listen to me, which you do naturally.
I know.
As a talent. Okay, you're muted. Anyway, so
you are going mad
to
power
as the game designer Dejour. I know, it's great. But Chirag was like, hey, Poorna, I think we could make this thing where, you throw a game at me that I have to learn in an hour and then see what happens. Little did he know that I would spend that hour just secretly laughing at his pain. Honestly, to anybody who is watching this, I'm really a nice person normally. Anyway, so Armaan, aside from Even Dragons are Trampled Before Us, what games have you made and where can people find them?
Well, you can find them over at armonautomatic.itch.io, which I will
Mm-hmm,
paste in the chat right now for people. And
mm-hmm.
well, that is where my games are made. I've made another game about throwing kobolds competitively across the field called Cobol, in which humans and
Sure.
kobolds work together to try and toss as many kobolds past your opponent's goalpost as possible. Um, I have made a number of free games, um, some of which are meant to be used as supplements for other games. There's the Adventurer's Guide to Wands, well, the Game Master's Guide to Wands, actually. I also have a little bit of interactive fiction there with my free story of 30,000 words, A Warm Cup. And I am currently working on, and this is something that makes me extremely excited, a game called That's Amore.
Tell us about this game, Armaan.
Well, this game, which I told Purna about at 3 a.m. in the morning, and which he then excitedly designed the cover for, is another two-player romantic uh, TTRPG
Game
where
of
two
love and paranoia.
exactly where two players see everyone. She's so excited about this game. Her face lights up every time I mention it.
So excited.
Two players will go on several dates, trying to get to know each other and trying to figure out whether or not the other person is a moray eel in disguise. That's a
How could you
moray.
not want to play this game?
Coming soon
Uh,
to an itch near you.
Coming soon to an itch near you. Yeah, so we have That's Amore. That is definitely a very sound idea that I did not question the logic or my life decisions. And Armand told me about it for sure. And I definitely created the cover with great eagerness. For sure.
And Glee.
That's definitely what happened, and why would you not believe it? So, and so much glee. Uh, so, do That's Amore and Even Dragons Are Trampled Before Us? Do they eh, do they capture your game design style? Would you say, or what is the general thing that inspires you to make a game? What are the sort of themes and things that you think that would just I need to make that. I need to make it now.
Well, I have two things that inspire me to make games. Either it's something comes up while where I'm playing a game and I think, oh, this would be more fun if this was added to it, or if it could include this kind of thing. So I just make additional content to games that already exist out there, or I make games of my own that can be slotted into other games. Um, Other times, I will just have an idea for a concept that will work its way into my brain, and I will just, or sometimes, as with works with Weave Games, you will give me an idea for a game that will worm itself into my brain, and and we or I, if I'm working separately, will work on that idea until they have mechanics that players and GMs can understand. And then you do a lovely layout for all of it, and it looks great.
So is it? Why? Thank you. Is it that that there is a concept that that appeals to you, that you say, okay, I want to make a game out of this, or is it sometimes that a game mechanic will occur to you and you're like, you know what, I can build a whole thing around this?
Um, so it's one of two things. Either it's something that seems ridiculously silly and fun, which is where That's Amore came from, or it's something I think can make storytelling easier at a table. I think a lot of games can I mean it can be challenging to to find sometimes you're tired and you can't quite find a way to storytell easily when you're around the table, or you're stuck for ideas. I think coming up with more games or supplements or supplementary material or anything like that that can make stories easier for game masters and their players to tell the kind of stories they want to tell is something I enjoy creating.
That's so nice. So basically, ordinarily, you're nice to GMs, is what you're saying. But today, we get to not be so nice to Chirag. Hey, Chirag, how's it going? Oop, hang on. I'm going to unmute you so you can say things.
It's
Yes,
going
say
well.
things.
Yes, I'm three-quarters of the way through the Machinations of Dragon King. I first like, oh, this is a straightforward game. Then I read
Mm-hmm.
Machinations of Dragon King, the expansion that gives more role-playing opportunities, more things to do. I'm just like, oh, this is where the torture is. This is where the pain is going to be. Still not impossible, but I am copying things. I am printing out extra stuff to keep track on, like this power nest table.
Hmm.
Like having to figure out where I want to keep the secret super dragons hiding in their nests uh, down here. So that'll be fun. I unfortunately cannot, or I'm too lazy to cheat. So I will have to write these down in advance of what kind of dragons the players might run into. But who knows? I don't know if
Mm.
Armaan expects me to get to 250 points in 2 hours. We'll see how that goes. If he expects us to fight the Dragon King in 2 hours, we'll see. We'll see. I hope the players are looking forward to this. Yes. Also, send help.
The players are cackling away. I'm
Good
going to mute
stuff.
Chirag before he asks for more help. Bye, Chirag. So, so Armaan, while Chirag takes off his headphones so he cannot hear you anymore,
Hmm.
go on, Chirag. Put it down. There you go. Good job. So,
You're
man, I
enjoying
really
this
am
way
drunk
too
with
much.
power.
Yeah, I'm worried.
So, yeah, yeah, I need to come up with like a separate like hide Poorna when she's too happy about this overlay for the stream for future episodes. So, Arman, are you going to, in fact, in this rare case, in this first episode, what we ended up doing is using a game that our Session Zero GM is familiar with and has created. For future episodes, what we're going to do is reach out to game designers, see if they're willing to be interviewed about their game and as their approach as game designers and all things TTRPG that they want to talk about. But also, then Arman is going to be, as part of the production team, his role is going to be to go through the game, prep the session zero for the players, uh, conduct the session zero with safety tools, with character creation, and all the rest of it, and so that the players feel completely uh, well as prepped as possible before the actual AP, because Chirag is the only one who we want to be comically panicky. Yeah, so the players are prepped. Arman, as a person who has designed this game and the person who ran the session zero,
Hmm.
do you feel that this is a game that GM who is not necessarily being watched as they go through the material would be able to pick up and run in a
I think yes, absolutely. Like I said before, the original game was meant to be played GM-lessly. So in terms of that, this is a very easy game to pick up
Hmm.
and learn the basic rules of. And once you've got the basic rules of, which I think you could do easily in a half hour, maybe a bit longer if you know. So sometimes you know sometimes a game doesn't immediately hit you right away, but I feel a read through or two and you will have the rules of this game down pat. And once you have those down, Machinations of the Dragon King becomes a lot easier. We've given Chirag less time to get used to the base game before throwing the expansion at him as well. Um, but there are a couple of processes that streamline things for GMs. Um, like for example, in choosing what type of special superpowered dragons to throw at the players, there is a chart for GMs to fill out as they feel that helps them keep track of what they need to do instead of having to come up with that kind of prep on the fly. There's also terrain that you can just roll the dice for or pick at random. And I don't know if he's going to include the trader mechanic, especially since this is going to be a relatively short game. The trader mechanic basically lowers one horse over to to the dragon side and takes place over several battles as the Dragon King tries to corrupt one of the horses with power. It's really something that's meant for a longer campaign. So if Chirag tries to go for it, I'm going to be very impressed.
Well, I know Chirag has been playing this for 18 years, he told me, and I think he's been GMing for a decent amount of time within that period. So who knows whether he will pick. He will decide to challenge himself by adding more features of the game, or whether he will, you know, just uh, just take the easy way out, which arguably he's already decided not to do by requesting that we make this stream happen. Um, if if you had to give any pro tips to anybody watching the stream or the VOD after, in terms of how to quickly run the game to do, say, essentially like a quick start bunch of advice, how would you suggest they do that as a pro GM yourself?
Well, the main gameplay loop is written right there in the intro cover. Um, Find them, prepare them, survive them, trample them. Those are the four phases of battle that the horses are going to go through over and over and over again. So at the beginning of the game, just make it simple. Just figure out what type of dragon you're going up against and how many of them you're going up against, a d6 and a d4 roll. And then you just move on to the phases. Once you get through that first phase, as we did in the session 0, the rest of the game becomes a lot clearer. There are a lot of different rules for figuring out how well the overall war between the dragons and the horses is going. But the battles themselves are fairly simple, and there's a comforting loop to them. You roll with your seeking stat to find the dragons. You roll with your cunning stat to prepare for the dragons. You roll with your speed to survive the dragon's onslaught, and lastly, you roll with combat to trample the dragons.
That is a very succinct summary, and if only Chirag were listening. Oh well. Anyway, we are just going to. Ooh, he can hear his name being mentioned. Hey Chirag. Hey Chirag.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going well, going well. I've read both PDFs. I'm now just doing a review of them, just copying on the important rules.
So, as a person who has yet to have their hubris moved wrong, what are some pro tips that you would give to GMs who are about to prep, who have to prep something in a very short space of time?
For this game specifically, or for in general? In general,
like you're basically copying relevant stuff to stuff like that.
In general, one of the basic things, if you have the time and depending on the length of the book, is just try and do like basic read through if you can. But of course, it's not always possible. So when you try and like find the things to do, one of the first things I do in a game is I try to, if it's like certain systems, they'll have reference sheets or reference moves. And like looking at those first are like a very quick way of like understanding, basics and also helping you figure out, oh, I don't know what this means. Those are things I need to look up. Like one thing I like to do when I like get an RPG book is I try and skip all the setting information, which is lovely. But if I don't have time, I go look at character creation. Like that's fun and like fun to do. But also I try and look up, how does the main gameplay work? I try and look for gameplay examples. I try and like see those. And usually if a gameplay example, it'll give me an idea and then I can fine tune exactly how it works. Like that's what you do when you're extremely pressed for time. You try and like get that down, read through it, and then, if you can, note. Some people find notes very helpful. I'm doing it now because, I'm on stream, but it's probably a good practice anyway. And, just try and like learn those as much as you can, have the references, and just, try to go with that. And also, if you're doing it online, if you have it physically, put little like post-it notes or bookmarks at those like specific spots, so you can refer back to those points. And of course, if there's certain elements you don't want to do, or like you may not have time to, there are two ways to do it. One, if you're playing with experienced players who've done it before, you can be like, I'm trusting you to help me out here, or like if you say anything that your wizard can do, I don't know enough about the rules to question you, so I am trusting you to know what your character is capable of. That's always a good hack. Or you can just like straight up, we're not doing swimming rules today. Please don't pick a mermaid, for example. Please, none of you, all of you, no mermaids, no mermaid grapplers. We're not doing that today. And then, of course, always remember, like as a GM, one, there's no harm in saying, hey, give me a minute, I need to look this up. And two, there's also no harm in, I don't know the exact rule for this. We're going to roll it. We're going to roll a dice and just see what happens. There's nothing wrong with just like saying, I don't know, like in a D20 game, I don't know exactly what I need to do to this. I'm going to ask you to roll a D20 and a stat that I think makes sense. We're going to go with that. And then later on, we can find out what the actual rule is. But right now, we're in the middle of a game and I don't want to be on Reddit for the next 20 minutes. If I wanted to do that, I would not be socializing right now. So that is like some advice I would give to like GMs who have to prep, and have limited amount of time. Those are like the main points. I'm sure you guys, because you've done some GMing as well, and Armaan's also been an excellent GM for different stuff. I'm sure you guys have your own, opinions of like prep work that has or hasn't worked. But that's what I do when I prep in a rush. And of course, if you're on stream or like online, you can just like talk and master the art of like Googling in the corner, have a second screen where you're looking up for like art or things, or just like, fuck, I need a map, and just go from there. It's fine. Just play it off cool. Are you still there?
I am, if you can hear me.
I can hear Armaan. I can't hear Poorna.
Oh, well, okay. Well, this is our show now.
My
you're back.
feed delayed.
Dang. Okay. We're about to have the Armaan and Chirag show.
To those who may be watching the stream, to those watching, might not be so bad just having the Armaan and Chirag show. To those watching for the stream, when I was trying to, I'm not super familiar with OBS. My main motivation to learn has been Chirag, which is a good motivation. If anybody out there is looking for an opportunity to showcase their game, have a quick chat about their TTRPG design ethos, if that's a thing people think about. And if you just want to see people play your game in a quick 2-hour slot, we are very happy to chat. Do get in touch with Daisies and Dragons. And we will drop those contact details in the chat as well. But for the time being, I did want to say to Armaan, and now I'm asking you as the Session Zero GM, do you think, have the players made their characters, or do you think Chirag's going to have to help them do that as well? I mean, there's no real reason for you to reveal any of that, but I'm just asking.
Well, I will say the players have made their characters. Whether or not Chirag chooses to start the whole process from scratch is up to him. But given that it's a two-step process, that should not be too difficult either way.
Yes. I will have them show off the characters, but if they've already made it, I'm not going to mess with the, not going to be between a player and their horse. Yes. That's one trick you learn if you play enough role-playing games. Players get very attached to their animals, especially if they are the animal.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Amazing. So
that's
Chirag,
each.
So Chirag, as a person who has been playing games for a very long time, how long would you say you've been GMing here?
18, 17 years. First game was we're going in story time. First game was a hero system game, which is all about the numbers. Yes. How long have I?
Mm-hmm. And how much prep time do you have?
Oh, that one I had. How much time did I use? A few days for that first game, like coming up with stuff, and then immediately realizing the players were too powerful by far. So I was like, I can't make something quick. Looked at their character sheets. But I can copy you. And so I just made this like, there's a guys who've stolen your powers, and they were, they had their strengths, and they could actually choose to prove a challenge to the players. Players were like, we got to stop them from stealing our things. I'm like, yes, now you're invested because you have been stolen from. Yes. And it worked. There were some things which weren't useful. Like, for example, accidental teleportation, go somewhere random. And I'm like, ooh, this could be interesting. It could be plot. And like, no, I'm just teleporting back. I'm like, okay, yes, you can. We're going to ignore that plot line completely. But it was fun. But I also always gave myself space to like come up with ideas. My main kind of prep was like, I needed names. Because like sometimes coming up with names can be tricky, hence stealing from chat. But other times, you just got to give yourself space to be creative, but also space to keep the player's creativity focused in like a specific area or scene. Like on an air train. That was one of my earlier ones. You're just on an a flying air train and literally railroaded. But literally, you can do anything, but you're on the train. Or like you have to go into this city and find out what's causing it to be this eternal dark Venice, flooding with dark elementals. And the adventure is in the city. You have to finish everything in the city. If you leave the city, then the game is over, which is you've lost. So it's like it gives like we have to explore this city, which is I feel that's very useful when you're like prepping for small experiences. Then these a little bit more. Even if you're doing a big sandbox, like initially keep it focused on small areas, small scenes, and then improvise from there. And then you can plan for next week. By plan for next week, I mean come up with it over the next hour on the bus. Some people will get it. Other people won't. 14 minutes left of my hubris before you watch me die on stream. I hope everyone's looking forward to that.
How prepped are you feeling near the end of your hour?
Honestly, a little over-prepped.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, the characters look fine as far as I can tell. Everyone's rolling. All the horses are rolling d8s. Dragons can roll almost anything. Depending on the number of players, there are mechanics, option mechanics I will not be using, but I will be trying to use as many as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you what I'm thinking. If we have, I don't know how many players we have for this. They've kept that a bit of a secret from me. If we only have 2, I probably will not be using the temptation mechanic because one of them is literally a horse joins the other side. And if a horse wants to bring their teammate back, they basically cannot take actions, which is just going to make it a lot tougher.
Not
If
great
I
for
have,
a two-player game, yeah.
yeah, if there's 3 players, then that's something like, yeah, one player tries to talk them down and the other one's, trying to fight the dragons. That's works. That's kind of epic. But again, limitations of the thing. But the other mechanics look fun, like power nests or the terrain. Those look interesting. Those look a lot of fun. And also, I need to copy down these excellent names that I've been getting from chat.
Oh yeah, there's some good ones. Sigourney
there are
Weaver's Wyvern
Sigourney
is
Wyvern.
Wyvern
Yes.
absolutely my favorite.
Good job, Emily. Yes. So we have, if this is the Emily I know, what's it called? Who I told about this game.
Live.
Am I gone? All right. Hello?
You are not gone. I might be gone. It's not there. But
yeah.
regardless, I will let Armaan talk because I'm having so many issues. Armaan, talk to Chirag about your game. Ask him but misleading questions. I will be here silently
Please.
while I try to figure out what is on with my lag.
What is on with the lag?
Okay, well, it is our show after all for the moment. So, Chirag, tell me, this game was, I mean, the original part of the game was not meant necessarily to have much story in mind. It was meant to be straightforward. You roll dice, you defeat dragons, you see how you do. It had about as much story in it as say Solitaire. You figure it's a dice game. But with Machinations of the Dragon King, there's a lot more story added to it. So what I'm wondering is, what kind of story are you envisioning? How are you planning on making or emotional stakes for our upcoming horses?
Yes. So one thing that I'm taking, even though I mentioned I'm not using the temptation mechanic, the advice in there that says before the game, try and find out what the horses are very invested in, like finding out who they care about, those kind of like leading questions, or like human that you care a great deal about, either positively or negatively. Either a human who pushed you too far, or like a human you weren't able to save, for example. The farmer's kids who you look after if you're a workhorse or something. And so just like find those things, like why you care, why you're invested, those kind of like elements I think are important. And then the other thing is to try and give as much personality as I can, not just to the Dragon King, but also into the various little dragons they run into. Yes, they're just numbers essentially, but I can add, have a little bit of fun with the various ones. Like that's why I wanted names from chat. It's like a Nuzlocke. Once they have names, you care, even if you just care to hate them. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm like, I don't know where we're gonna find Sir Kiss-Him-A-Lot, but he's somewhere, or she, or there, or there.
They're out there.
Somewhere. They're out there. Sigourney Weaver, I've got to save for something important. Yes. So that's good.
So, in terms of just like a rough estimate, how many loops, battle loops, do you think you might get through in our 2-hour game? Because because it doesn't seem likely you're going to finish the whole game off in a single 2-hour session. So, when to end it is entirely up to you.
Exactly. I have 2 hours. I can always just jump ahead to a Dragon King fight if I feel it's necessary. So I need to remember. Okay, yeah. So there's no leveling up. It's basically you get heart and hoof moves, as far as I can tell. So, yeah. Or also, every time you succeed a battle, the ovals move either to the right, or if you fail, it moves to the left. So that is the equivalent of leveling up. So I think we'll see how everyone's doing. Because 250 either for victory or failure is going to be tough. And chat's gone weird. The overlay has gone weird. I can hear you 100%, but you can tell. playing around is happening. There is shenanigans happening on stream.
Oh, I have reappeared on stream as well. So
You're
um,
back.
this I think all these ominous rumblings are meant to suggest that our players are being prepped and ready to
Ooh.
be introduced to you.
Uh-huh. So that'll be fun. I can't wait to see what players are joining me for this. That'll be a nice time.
So
Yes.
you mentioned something earlier about how a cooperative player is a GM's best friend, someone who can keep track of their side of the rules and figure things out that way.
Yeah.
While not revealing anything about the players, I can say that from our session 0, they are looking forward to figuring out ways to mess with you.
Oh,
How do you feel about
100%.
that?
Oh, I encourage it. This is for entertainment purposes, and I am looking forward to them messing with me. Because I know I have an idea of who you will have got for this. That I've chosen them specifically because they know how to mess with me. Yeah, so that's just like if you'll see the messing going around. Do it with GMs who can, who are your dear friends and can take it. Don't do it to GMs who have not volunteered to be tortured in this horrific manner, this blood sport for the internet. But otherwise, I'm looking forward to this. This is a delight, and this is great. And even with players being wacky, I can handle it in most, in even more complicated kind of systems. I can probably handle it because we'll start with like, yeah, that sounds fine. Wait, really? Yeah, go for it. Try and build a jetpack out of rocks. Go for it. Let's see what happens.
That would be interesting.
It's rocket science.
So, as someone who's read through and played a lot of different kinds of games across many different kinds of systems and played with a lot of different people, what kind of players would you recommend this game to?
This one, I feel, without the expansion, this very basic game, it feels like I'd say it would design more like for pick up and go games. Like, oh, not everyone could come. Let's do this quickly. But with the other elements, the extra stuff, I feel that it could be very good in the same vein as with the role-playing element. It could be very good as a kind of same space as Honey Heist, like those kind of like short one-shot games that are, you can come back to and expand on. So that seems, I think that is the more fun for it as opposed to more crunchy kind of games. This is very straightforward, but it's like there is a progression of power that you'll notice. You can get smarter. You can get like thing. There is that awkward element that if you win all the time, it kind of like leads you to be more. It kind of leads you away from being speed and cunning. But if you lose all the time, it leads you away from being good at fighting and finding trouble. So it is that interesting kind of like element. So maybe it's not for min-maxes, as far as I can see, like people who have a very specific ones. But I think it is for like people who want to like is focused on the story. Like there's a lot of space, especially with the expansion, to telling a story together. And I think those kind of people for like, fun kind of like stories like this, Honey Heist, Lasers and Feelings, in that kind of space, I feel this is where Even Dragons or Trampled Before Us fits, if that makes sense. Although you might have a different experience with your audience because you've had this out for a little while, and everyone should get this game. Quick, share the itch link.
Well, thank you for that. I have shared the itch link before. Let me share it again in chat. I've still got it on the clipboard. Nope, I've got the Video Ninja on the clipboard. We do not want to invite our audience to that. That would be
awkward.
Yes, we would all appear on chat.
Yes.
But yes, there you go in chat. That's where you can find my games, including Even Dragons Are Trampled Before Us and Machinations of the Dragon King.
Yeah. He also has a game about paleontology. Ooh.
Oh yes, that is another one made for a Weave Game Jam, which was one of the things that was thrown at us was we had to make a game for college students specifically. So that was fun. And the person I co-created the game with made an absolutely just completely charming layout for this as you try to identify creatures who may or may not have existed several thousand years ago.
Ah, that's good. I enjoyed. That's a fun idea. And what's this? Love is on the cards. Never heard of it. But if someone else has heard of it, they should check it out. It is, 2-player romantic comedy. Just 2-player. How much? How many like movies or episodes could you do with that and put on the Daisies and Dragons channel? Maybe like one or two, right?
I imagine we could put out a great number if a few of us, yours truly, were slightly better at video editing.
Yes. Hey, I edit as well as yeah. And if anyone wanted to, they can see them all, the ones that have come out so far, on the Daisies and Dragons YouTube channel.
That is true, and we have more upcoming.
Yes, I'm in 2, you're in 1. Well, actually, you're in 2, but are on different channels. So that's fun. Yeah, it's good things. And also, do you have any game jams coming out that you want to suggest to the audience? Because I'm sure there's some nice TTRPG designers there.
At the moment, no. I have been focusing on getting all of my current writing up to speed, including work on That's Amore, and another game that is tentatively called Ain't No Sunshine When They're Gone.
Yeah. Yeah. But what if there was a game jam called the Hugging Game Jam that was out until the 30th of April?
Oh, yes. That one, I believe, just wrapped up. And that was a game where, as soon as we created our server, several of our very adorable members got into a debate about who would be the best hugger. And we figured, look, we're all game designers here, or at least people with interest in game design. Why don't we make mechanics out of this? And we made a game jam for figuring out who could create the best game about who is the best hugger. And
yes,
ridiculous concept, but that is where people are challenged the most and come up with the most interesting things.
Oh, well, that's fun. Although I think someone's yelling at us in chat that we may have got some of that information wrong.
Oh, are we?
Yeah. Apparently it's still going on. Or maybe it's like applications. The games will come out on the 30th or something. I don't know.
Ah, well, my mistake then.
Yes.
I apologize for that. Yes. So if that means if you have been inspired by thoughts of this game, you can very quickly apply to that game jam and submit a game of your own.
Yeah. Yes, and hopefully, Poorna will share where the games can be submitted if they're still looking for submissions in chat. It is time, however, for me to become the architect of my own destruction and to apologize for my own mistakes as we begin. Even dragons are trampled before us. Hi, everybody. Glad chat is still here watching with us as we are preparing for Even Dragons Are Trampled Before Us, a horse-based RPG designed by Armaan Babu, who you might have seen a little while ago, unless you're joining us right now, which is also fine. I have had 1 hour to learn the system, and now I'm going to play it. With my brave volunteers, visible on camera, we have Tan Fighter.
Hello. I am Dan Fighter, and I am here to mess with Chirag, as I always am.
Yeah, he admits
I don't know what I'll do yet, but I am still thinking on it.
and someone who, never messes with me on stream and has never done it before, and this will be a brand new experience for them.
Hi everyone, I'm Nikhil, also known as Sikrik. I play as, I don't know, we'll figure it out, right? We'll figure it out on the way. Maybe mess up a few rules here and there. Who said I wouldn't mess that up for you?
Rules.
Let's find it out.
Where we're going, we don't need rules. Armaan's crying in the corner. I made up the rules. Why aren't you paying attention to my rules?
To be fair, I played the session 0, And I enjoyed it enough that over the weekend I got a few friends together and we played a whole game of it.
Woo!
And it's a lot of fun, and I'm very familiar with most of the rules now.
Nice. How far did you get?
We got like halfway through the victory campaign thing almost. We had like 6 horses. It was pretty
Nice.
wild. So I used all the like expansion rules and everything.
Yeah, of course. So, good. So you'll know some of the expansion rules we're using here. As you may have heard, we'll be using, at some point, power nests and terrain, because that just seems fun. But I don't think we have enough players to do temptation, because it's probably not going to be
If
fun
you
for
let us
everybody.
tempt the dragons to our side, it'll be fair.
That would be funny. That would be very funny.
Or
tempt
you
the
could give
dragon
us like
horses.
one hoof move in advance, and then you can use those as well, like other rules as well.
A hoof move or a heart move? Oh well.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'll take either.
Yes. See, this is what happens when you don't know the rules. The player who does know tries and get things out of you. I hope you're all paying attention and taking notes.
Who is a warhorse? He was the warhorse of the first prince of the kingdom. But when the dragons showed up, that prince died in battle. But Brago ended up surviving and made it back to the kingdom with the body of the prince. And on that day, swore vengeance on the life of his companion against all of the dragons, especially the Dragon King, who was there the day the attack happened. And what he holds dear right now are his fellow comrades in battle, his own honor, and one warrior back in the kingdom who he has made a bit of a bond with. And he will go back and, well, essentially he will do whatever it takes to make sure they win, but also he wants to make sure that person is safe because he reminds him of the prince.
Nice. Lovely. Good stuff. Prego. Prego? Or was it Brago?
Brego.
Got it.
No relation to Brago from Lord of the Rings, I promise.
Whatever you say. Next up, Nikhil. Man with a million names that I always mix up. Tell us about yourself, why you're cool, and then tell us about your horse.
So hi everyone. Again, I'm Nikhil. So the reason I'm cool is because right now it's like 14 degrees outside. So yeah, maybe that's why I'm cool. So yeah, or maybe who knows? I'm not sure I'm hot or not. But let's find that out, shall we, with our horses? So first, going with first things first, my horse name is Master Chieftain, but affectionately known as Spot. So yeah, Master Chief in no relations to Master Chief, but let's go with that. So I am going to be, let's say, it's more like someone who is looking for their long lost master after a long time. Particularly after the invasion, I have lost touch with my own master. So I am trying to find them back, and it has been a journey ever since. And for now, I'm stuck with Prego. But he's a good horsey, so he's a good horsey companion. So I'll stick with him for a while.
Nice. And what specialty did you pick? Racehorse, workhorse, warhorse, scout?
Oh, I'm a scout, so I'm seeking heavily for my master,
Got it.
and that's a scout.
Excellent. Yeah. That makes sense. So your main mission is finding your lost master, who you haven't seen since they disappeared during the invasion. Or you split up in the invasion.
Yeah, we got split up during the invasion,
Yeah.
so we're trying to find a way back home.
Was
In a way.
Was your master a farmer, a merchant, a knight, a king, something else?
I see him banging with a lot of metals, so wouldn't know.
I'm glad you clarified metals.
Yeah, there was a definite, very
What-
much
What is this
purposeful
horse born
pause.
witness to?
We don't know. Who knows whether it's banging metal or banging something else? We will find out soon enough.
We'll find out. So, dun, 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 it begins. The shenanigans begin. So, as you brave horses are, preparing to strike down the invasion, we see in the distance the Dragon Knight. His legions of dragons have swarmed over this kingdom like a shadow, chasing the sunlight. As they have been scoured all across the lands. Dragons are a finite creature. They cannot be everywhere. And what's most important is to find them while they rest in their nests and take them while they least expect it. But while they are on the ground, they can be trampled. So, it's time to decide what nest you have found. As the horses go hunting for each nest. Once you find the nest, you do have the option of deciding, we're not going to go after this nest, we're going to come back to it later, depending on the strength. But let's see what happens. Who would like to roll the d6 to determine what kind of dragon you're facing?
I will probably do that because I'm a master seeker, the master chieftain, ready for duty. So duty. But yeah, I'm a child. Sorry.
Roll a d6.
Will do. Give me a moment. Whoops, that dice did not roll well. It's a 3.
All right.
Oh wait, I do have a move that I can adjust my score.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
Do
also
I
two
get to adjust my
people, so we can lower the
Right.
result by up to 2 anyway.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Would you like to reduce it? Currently, a 3 is a scratch. And the audio seems fine. Let's go.
All
right.
Pikachu! Sorry, that was Charmander, right? Oh god. Okay,
No,
fine.
I heard Gigachu, and that gives you a very specific fan art image now.
Oh,
Okay.
oh.
All right. That's fine. So, let's do a recap of what just happened. So, dice-wise, you rolled an 8, and Nikhil also rolled an 8.
Dice-wise, yeah?
Yes.
No. Yes.
With the total result. Total result is 8.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Fine. Sure. So that means 16, and the little dragons, you see, as you're looking at them, they rolled a 7, which brings us to a total of 9 in the horse's favor. All right. Now we move on to the next stage. As you are searching, as you have successfully found these strange little dragons, as you can see, little Draxomites. They are mostly fiery little creatures. The fire's like sputting out of their shoulders, sputting out their eyes, as they haven't quite figured out how to manipulate the fire. Well, anyway, we are on stream again.
Oh, we're back!
Yeah, because we're back.
We are back. Let's go. All right. So, as we were saying,
Okay, I'm back.
as we were saying right before we cut out, you were able to beat the dragons 7-6. So that means another bonus of 1, bringing your positive to 10.
Wait, 7-6?
Yeah, you guys got a total of 7, and they rolled a 6.
We had a carryover from last round too.
Yeah, so technically you had a carry.
9.
Technically, you beat them by a lot more than 1.
Yeah,
You
so
had
the difference
6
would
to
also keep...
So it's 17. They got us. It was 7. No, 16 total. They got
They
a 6.
got a 6, so we
So
have a
that's
plus
10 points.
10. Yeah, okay.
You have 10 points. Okay, so you are prepared. You are like thinking. You're in the right position to trample these guys. They are completely distracted.
It's like
And
we're holding
now
the spirit bomb at this point.
It is time,
Oh.
and now you move to attack. But of course, there's a long distance, and they have the power of fire. Will you be able to survive long enough to trample them? I'm going to need speed rolls from you guys.
Whoops. Let's see how that looks.
Not great for me. That's a 3 again.
I rolled good, but I have negative stats. So 1 second. So that is a 3 for me.
I had a badass one-liner, but now it's just like it doesn't work with the shitty rolls.
So what did you get?
I got a 3.
I also got a 3.
So 3 plus 3 plus 10.
So
So
16.
you're rolling a 16, and they got a 5.
How did we still beat them?
Because
You
they're
got the
hatchlings.
They're hatchlings.
They're rolling
yes.
a 2d4. If we cross 8, they lose.
And now it's time to roll combat.
Is
As
this how it feels?
you
Is this
lunge,
how it feels when noobs are in battle?
you're like going over. They try and like spit fire, but you have focused. You have the momentum. You're able to catch them off before they can really start firing. Roll combat to trample these guys.
Before we roll
And
combat,
yeah.
I look at the one who was like actively eating the dead horse.
Mhm.
And I just like look at it and go, you first. And I challenge him to a 1v1.
I will just use my hoof power to
So before
smoke up
combat
the place.
happens, I can try to like knock it out essentially. So
As you wish.
yeah.
All right. So that means you roll a d8, and they roll what they got.
Yeah. I get a +4 to this. So I got a 9.
Let's
Fantastic.
go.
They rolled a nat 1.
So I preemptively trample that one. So when now combat happens, he doesn't get added to the dragon pool.
All right. So you leap over, you trample him. Then the two of you face this one dragon as you prepare to trample it. So it is going to roll, and you guys are going to roll and see what you can do.
I wonder how
I mean,
this one goes down.
It did the best it could.
Okay, it
I
tried
got a
its best.
10.
Okay.
I got a 4.
Okay, so that brings you up to 25. And it on its D4 rolled a 4. It did its best.
It did its best.
It did its
It
best.
did its very best. All I did was, just dust up, the hoof dust on his face as I'm running around. That's
Yes,
all I could do.
You took it down. So you have defeated it.
Yeah,
So that means
dragon's dead.
it is gone, which means you get to add 2d4 to the victory pool. And it says the dragon dice pool total, so I assume
We
that
add
means the
21
highest.
to the victory pool, right?
It says if you win by trampling them phase, add this phase's dragon dice pool. Oh, that's what it means. Yep, so 21 gets added to the victory. That makes a lot more sense. All right.
Mhm.
So you have 21 victory and 0 invasion. Things are looking decent. Things are looking good. They're not. Dragons haven't reacted. You just took down a tiny nest, but you took it down hard. It is
We
not-
have victory pool is 21, right?
Yeah.
Currently, it is 21. It is now time to find another nest. So
Doing the
this-
seeking again.
Yes, this time I will not be reducing the amount because you killed him so easily. This amount, so we'll be going with what the rolls say.
Hey.
You did a good
Yeah.
job. I'm crazy. I'm praising you.
Suffering from success, really, huh?
It's a 2 again, but this time I'm going to shift it towards 3.
All right, so it's facing a scratcher.
Wait, why are you
Gotcha.
making it harder?
I
Roll
want
the
to
number.
die.
Let's see the
Why? Our scout's crazy. Oh, also, since we won the last battle, we can move our stats 1 to the right, correct?
Correct. I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
All
optional or not, but it is a thing.
I am going even
Yes.
further beyond.
I'm going
Are you-
even further beyond with my seeking.
All right, so seeking is going up for the scout, named Master Chieftain, and combat is going up for Brago.
Indeed.
All right.
All right.
So, all right. So we have a D8. We are fighting scratchers, bigger ones, going through dragon puberty. Now, how many of them are we dealing with? Tan.
We shall see. It says 3 again.
All right. That means
Let's
you
go,
are dealing.
let's die!
You found them, but can you prepare for them? What cunning have you rolled? You currently
I
have a
haven't
bonus
yet.
plus 10.
Well, we're
One.
gonna need it. Because I rolled a 6 with a -6 to cunning. I rolled a 0.
I got a 1. Let's go, 11.
We're gonna
You
lose
rolled
the
an
hatch.
11. You have an 11 total, and they have a 5, which brings it down.
Yay.
It brings it down to 6. You don't really know how to prepare for lightning baby dragons, but you'll have to try and survive as you rush through him. Roll your speed.
Speed. I am
Speed.
speed.
7 for me.
Oh, that is 8 minus 6. That's a 2 for me.
So,
So
9
9
total,
total?
plus 6, so 15.
Okay, 15. Wait, is that including the 6?
From before, yeah.
Okay, so 15. And they rolled a 5, which
So 10
means
again.
it goes down to 10. You have survived the lightning coming down at
Let's
you.
go.
But will you survive?
Let's beat the
in
shit out
combat?
of these babies.
Let's go.
I'm gonna pick one off again.
All right, yeah.
Actually, being in the closet is fun. Not gonna lie. Small space, not much feedback. Dan, it's a big closet. It's not like the cupboard shit. Okay, it's a bigger closet.
Well, it's funny. That's the bit that comes where you're back.
Let's go. Hey, people, I'm coming out of the closet.
No, stay in the closet. We need you for audio. All right. All right. So it's working. Tan, say something.
Hello, hello. I am saying things. I am Prego the horse.
Hello. I am
Okay.
Master Chief the Spot.
Sound is back. Let's
All
go. All right. So that means let's keep going. You have managed to successfully delete these dragons, the lightning dragons.
39
but-
also means we get our victory thing up, right?
You do get your victory things, but I have something to read
Oh.
on an invasion of 20. On a victory of 25, the dragons are taken aback. They weren't expecting serious resistance, but you've shown them. Even while the invasion gets a measly 3 points, because you did leave a nest unattacked, you are growing, successful. You take
All
either
in,
seeking or
baby.
combat.
All in over here.
All in over here.
All in.
So that means it is now time for you to decide. Do you want to seek a new nest, or do you want to go after the nest you've already found?
I think we can fight those guys now.
Okay, we maxed out, right? Yeah, definitely. Let's do the shit.
Yeah, I maxed out combat, so I mean, that's all I've got.
I maxed out on speed. Seeking. So yeah.
All right.
Probably
Basically,
I'll
2
find.
rounds we get shit on, and 2 rounds we do good. So,
Yeah. Let's
That's
go.
it. All right. That means we're doing 3d8.
Yep.
So So you go up to these like purpley sea creatures. Are you able to find them again? Seeking.
Yep, seeking. Seeking or just D6 at the moment?
Well, no. You've
No,
already
it's
found
the
them.
prior nest, right? So it's a
Yeah.
D8 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's your
D8.
D8. Both of you roll a D8.
4 for me.
That's. There's a D8 plus. That's a 3 plus 8, which is 11.
So 11, and what did Tan get?
Fuck. I moved the dice. I think it was a 4 or a 3. It was a 4 or a 3.
Okay, so you got a total of 14, and they also got a total of 14, which means you're at a 0. You are neck and neck currently. But
Oof.
That's
Oof.
not
think
good
you-
considering that was our winning one.
you've kind of prepared for. You think you can find them, but the place they're at looks a little abandoned. But they might be back soon. Will you be able to prepare for them? Roll cunning.
Okay. Cunning is it? Okay.
-4.
I got an 8 straight, so it's 4.
So we have a 4 and a
-4.
so a 0 versus a 13. All right, you are
Huh?
currently at minus
How come-
13.
How come it's because it's already a 0 from there and it's 8 on full on my end?
Yeah.
So is 8 minus 4 is just 4, right?
Oh,
right.
you said it was. I thought you got a 4. Okay.
No, 8.
No,
Okay,
I
so-
think he was given the total as 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's it called? You got an 8,
Mm-hmm.
And I got a minus
Alright.
4. So
and
it's
Tan
4.
got a -4, so it's a 4. And they got a 13, which means 9.
Minus 9 to okay, we're gonna die. Let's go.
Score is -9.
Nah,
You
nah,
do
we
not
got
feel
this.
prepared as you the
Never do.
waters begin to ruffle out, as then suddenly they emerge from it and they just like try and hit you with a tidal wave, as you must survive the tidal wave to get in to be able to trample them. Roll your speed.
Oh god. No. Oh god.
7. It's as good as it's getting.
That's a -3.
Oh, fuck.
So
Maybe we
4
need all
total.
rounders for a party of 2. Yes, 4 total.
4 total versus their score of 13 for 22. So -22. So it is currently -18 as you are swept back by the water. Would you like to 1v1 one of them?
Yes, I would.
All right, let's go. D8 versus D8.
I auto win, by the way. I have a +8.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
13, yeah.
You 1v1 one of them. You're able to get one of them and challenge it to a duel and take it down. But you still have 2 more to deal with, as well as a -18. So
Whew.
let's roll combat.
We're gonna lose that. Let's go. We're gonna die. Oh,
Okay, I just hope you roll half decent because I got a good one. I got a 15.
Oh no, you prayed wrong. It's a 1.
He
So-
knows.
So they got a 10. So -28 versus 10. What did you get?
I got a 15.
Right, 15 and a 1. 16. So that means
Better
you
fix
guys are beaten back for a total of -12. So the invasion score is now 15. And at the end, 1d8 is rolled, as you were unable to claim this nest. Bringing us, rolled a 4, brings us to 19. Alright. Now that you've
Is that a
lost...
thing?
Yeah, at the end of every combat, end of every battle, for every unclaimed nest, you roll a d4.
Oh,
But
I
there's no
thought you said
unclaimed.
8.
No, it's
Okay,
not
no,
unclaimed anymore, right? Like because we
No,
did.
but I mean,
take
we didn't
over
beat them.
Oh, it says undefeated nest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether you fought it or not. It says undefeated. So I will just double check that.
But question,
Yeah.
unconquered nests only get added if you choose not to battle them, it says? So does losing
Okay.
to them count as choosing not to battle them?
It just says next roll a d8 for each undefeated nest you have, if any. And this has not been defeated.
I mean, you're not wrong about that. I was just reading the unconquered nest thing, and that's why I was confused. Cool.
Yes. So that means you can't just leave it. It still exists. It doesn't
Yeah,
vanish.
we have
if you
to
don't
get back to it at some point, yeah.
at some point. But now, remember to adjust your ovals
To the left?
to the left instead of to the right.
Perfect. I actually need that.
All right. So, do you want to find
Okay.
a new nest or take another run at this one?
Let's find a new one. We'll be
Okay, I'll
back.
find a new one. Yeah, we'll be back. So I reduced
We'll be
my
back.
seeking again. So let's see. What should I roll? A d6. Oh, that's a 4. Oh shit, that's a 4. Reduce it by 1, so that should be 3.
All right. You're dealing with more scratches.
Oh,
Now, how many?
fuck.
I tried. I
Okay,
really did.
one scratcher. One scratch.
You only got to deal
Let's
with
go.
one scratcher.
We got
Let's
that.
go.
We got this.
Okay. And now,
Find
one
them.
extra thing to deal with is
Oh, you're
the
making it
terrain.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yeah. We're not gonna use. You guys don't need a warrior dragon yet. That'd be too much. That would be so much.
The warrior dragon's
yeah, no,
terrifying, by the way.
It's true. Actually, this might be the. No. We'll do terrain first. Where's my terrain? I have the terrain rules in front of me. I swear. Anyway, so. Here we go. Now, yeah. Let's. Okay. You find it by running as far away from the. You're close by to the oceans as we've established. So this one.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So it's your choice. Do you want to be close to the oceans or far away from the oceans?
Definitely not closer. You can't swim. What the
Yeah. Hey, I mean, I can swim, just not well.
heck? I can't swim. I would sink. So no way.
I mean, if we're going next to an ocean, fine. Fuck it. We'll fight at the ocean.
Okay. Okay. So, you're gonna go close to the close to the ocean. You need to find them, which is a little difficult because they are hidden in the seas, whichever this mysterious one. So the find them roll is it's seeking, but the dragon will get a
Plus
D10
D10,
bonus
yeah.
to it. Yes, because you're using the seas.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, I got shit rolls. Oh god.
I got a 4.
It's a total of 7 for me.
Okay.
So 11.
And they got a 17. Currently, you're at minus 10. Alright. So, next is prepare for them. Now, for every 2 points you subtract from your final dice pool, from your roll, you gain 2 pirates who are helping you out. So, you can decide after you roll. Right now, you need to roll prepare. Yes. Which is cunning.
Cunning.
-2.
Okay, let me see if I can offset that by any amount. Yes, I can. It's a 4 in total.
So 4
with-
and...
No. 4 with combining with 10.
So you got a 6, I got a -2, so 4.
Yeah.
Alright. And they got a 5. So
No!
so 6 minus 2. Okay. So they have a +1, but you can choose to just turn all those points into pirates if you want to gain 2 pirates.
Nah.
Alright, no pirates. That brings us.
We are a pirate. Sorry.
Alright, so I believe that makes it -14. Wait, no. -11. -11. My mistake.
Okay.
Alright,
No,
you can still
we
take them. All you gotta do
survive
is survive. All the remaining bonuses have to do with pirates, but you don't have any, so you don't need to worry about seas.
10
Okay, so
on my speed.
Okay. That is -3 on my speed.
So 7.
7?
Yeah?
Yeah.
What the fuck's happening? We can't lose to one dragon.
No, you might trample it for all we know.
I mean, yeah, I can do that, but if the total is too high, we're fucked regardless, is the unfortunate part.
Okay, so they got a 4 for a total of -18. What did you get?
7.
Okay, brings us down to -11. All right,
Okay.
do you want a 1v? Oh, I don't
Yes.
know. Can you 1v1?
Yes, I
There's only
can.
one left.
It
Then
doesn't
go for
matter.
it. Let's go. D8
They
plus
just
D8.
don't roll then if I win.
All right, let's go.
Okay. I rolled a 1, so that's a 9.
They rolled a 7, so they lose.
Yep.
All right.
So now it's
you
an
were able to
empty
1v1 them. But the question is, can you get over the -11
Yep.
to take this down permanently?
Okay, time to roll.
Okay.
All the best.
14.
Hey.
That
Ooh,
was
got a 5. Got a 5. Got a 5.
So 19. That means this is a +8. As you go into the oceans, the swirling whirlpools, you erupting out of it. These the last of it, one of its three brethren, this dragon with white skin and blue eyes, which I cannot name because that is trademark infringement. You were able to take it down and destroy it at last.
The
4.
Fyrun.
Yes, 4. You got 18 or 19?
19.
18.
9.
Wait,
So-
was it 18 or 19?
19. That means you get 8 points, bringing you up all the way to 47
3 more
victory
points.
points. Let's
beat
go.
What's...
All right. You
What a
did.
comeback. What
And
a
now
comeback.
we just have to roll for the undefeated nest. 4 more invasion points, bringing us to 23 invasion.
Is that
versus
23?
47
Holy shit.
victory. Yes.
Yep, we've been rolling bad.
All right. So now, do you want to deal with the ones you've left behind? Remember to adjust your ovals, one to the right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Yeah,
I'm back
Now, do
to
you want
0
to-
speed.
Do you want to seek something else or fight the
Seek
undefeated
something
nest?
else. We're not ready yet. We need more
All right.
before we go there.
Let's.
Oh boy, I have to keep losing. It's not going to be nice for us.
What you get?
What you get?
No, because now I currently maxed out on my speed. My cunning again. So yeah.
Oh.
I mean my what is it? Not speed, seeking. This is already maxed out. Oh boy, this is not gonna be nice.
Don't forget, as a scout, you can make it easier by 1.
And that's all I can do. Oh boy.
So what did you get?
1 moment. It's not. I'm not able to roll 1 second. That's a 4 again, so I can reduce it by 1. That's a 3, a scratcher.
Okay.
All right. So Scratcher, and how many 10 are we dealing with?
Okay. Math Dorito, don't fuck us over now. That's 4.
That's a 4.
I think you mean 3.
I think I do mean it.
As a-
Yeah, you're right.
Yes, as a G, because it's a 1 to 2 player game. I can reduce the number by 1. 4 is a bit much. We're going down to 3. So, you're able to look around and able to find a different group of
Yes.
a different
those
group of
guys.
these creatures. You
If
can
we
see
walk away,
these dragons are covered in metal salvaged from
Oh,
night,
boy.
instead of clean to incorporate it into their bodies. As curved on their heads, they almost look like living armor, or in your opinion, snails in stolen homes, as they're like crawling up and down the cliff tops. Do you want to fight them or move along?
Let's fight him, I guess.
no.
No?
Okay, that's.
We just can't afford more unconquered nests, I feel. There's only 2 of us.
Okay, let's go. I mean, there's nothing much you can do.
I mean,
Let's
we can't
do it.
just keep putting problems under the rug and they tear apart the countryside.
Oh god. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
Alright.
Alright.
Seeking.
Do it.
Seeking.
6.
Great
from me.
Pokemon.
Oh, that's a very good score. That's a 5 plus 8, so that is a total of 13.
And I got a 6, so 19.
19.
All right, and they got a 10 for a total of +9.
Let's go! We
Yes,
actually
no!
won a round, holy shit!
Let's go.
Detention. You're able to like find them as they're crawling up and down the cliff top. These 3 metallic Dragon King. And they go,
Look at those giant snails on the cliffside.
yeah, horrific, crawling like crazy.
Horrific!
Truly horrific.
I
Yeah.
prefer centipedes.
Yes, and you can
Why?
hear them upping names. Sarkis,
At least I can run
Kaisma,
away like with creepy.
Sir Kaismalot, Sir Rainmalot, Sir Jim, and they're just like, why? Why do you have to be different, Jim? Why? Prepare for them. Roll cunning versus these dumbass dragons.
What was it? Rain a lot,
Oh,
and?
boy.
Rainmalot,
Rain
Kaismalot, and Jim.
Oh boy. Okay, gonna roll for cunning.
More like
That
time
is
lot.
a 5. That is a
Uh,
5.
That is a -2.
So it's a
3. So 3 plus 9 is 12. And they got a 16. So you're currently at -4.
Okay, that's manageable still. We aren't in the
Manageable.
unwinnable territory yet.
No, not yet.
You don't know how to prepare for gym. Like it's throwing you off. Like you thought you had a pattern, and then the
We
third
don't
one
know
breaks
what
the
Jim's
rules.
capable of, you're right.
You don't know. Jim's freaking you out. Time to
My God.
survive. Time to survive Jim and the other dragons as you roll speed.
Speed, huh? I am not speed, but let's
7.
do it. Speed.
Don't fuck it up too hard. Come on.
Oh no.
That's a believe-
-7.
I think we auto lose. Yeah, we auto lose, I think.
It's a -7.
So it's a 0 total.
Yeah.
Chirag, roll 3 once.
Roll what?
3 once, please.
I cannot do that. I rolled a 16.
No! Okay, so we physically can't win, so we can just like dull the blow now. Okay.
Well, I mean, you can 1v1 Jim.
Yeah, I'm going for Jim. I'm going for Jim.
Okay, so your total was 0 before.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're now
You
at
rolled a
minus
7.
20.
Yeah, okay, you had -20. Fine. So you're 1v1ing Jim.
Yeah, Jim
Alright,
has to
let's-
go. He's too. Even if we lose this battle, taking Jim out is just gonna help us in the war.
Oh, 100%. You gotta take out Jim. Let's go,
He's
1d8.
too powerful.
He's too powerful.
You got this.
Ooh, 15.
6. Jim is out. You are able to take him down, break him
I
pieces.
will
At
take
the
a
ti-
trophy of Jim.
Yeah, you take out the helmet, the centerpiece, and he just like falls apart as you realize Jim was actually 3 kobolds in a trench coat.
Are you kidding?
That's why he did, and he just like scatters. You know, kobolds are beneath you. You're here to trample dragons. Alright,
I'll take
So-
whatever.
you'll take what you can get. Yeah, we're fine. We're good. We're
It's
back.
kind of crinkling in and out, but yeah, it's there now. Cool. All right.
All right, cool. So you have an enhancement. So do you want to fight one of the 2 groups from before, or do you want to find someone new?
Let's see what. Since we have the buff for this next battle, let's see if there's another nest which ends up being worse than the 2 unconquered ones, and we can go for that. If it's weaker, then can we swap over to an unconquered nest?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna roll. Pray it's a hatchling. I pray it's a hatchling. And it is a hatchling! Let's go!
You got a hatch then.
I can depend on this for being shit, at least.
It is 2 hatchlings.
Okay.
So let's leave them be for now, and let's deal with the annoying one first.
Okay.
So both of the unconqueredness, they're both what, 2 scratches?
I believe they were 3, but you fought both of them and then dueled them, so I think it brings it down to 2 dice. So they are currently each 2 scratches.
Let's go for
Because
the
it
first
doesn't-
one. They've been alive for too long.
All right,
Okay.
going to the purple ones. All right, we shall.
Oh, I did not shift my
Yeah.
ovals for the previous loss. 1 second.
I went back and added speed again because whenever we win, it goes back to 0. So I keep adding +2 with the loss.
I went towards cunning. So let's see how that goes.
All right, so let us go. So 2d8. Let's roll.
Oh, we
Alright.
roll seeking.
Seeking.
I got a 1.
Well, you roll an extra d8. Remember?
And
Oh, yeah, that's
I
the
have-
added on the pool, right?
Hmm?
Oh, the extra D8
Wait.
is a 6.
Okay.
So I got a 5 plus 8.
13.
So
So
13 on
13,
my-
14, 20 total.
Okay. Well, they rolled a 7. So you have plus 13.
Let's go.
Oh,
Power is
go.
good.
Power is good. Next up, it's time to prepare. Be prepared. Let's see what you can
would
do.
I notice you using that D8?
Of course.
I mean, he's just
I'm just
faster.
stronger.
He's just good eyesight.
That's weird. I start noticing, but it's fine.
-5 on cunning.
Did you roll
Oh,
the
cunning.
D8?
No, I did not.
You get to add it to every roll you do.
Yeah. Okay. With the extra D8, it is a -1.
Okay.
That is a
-1.
total of 9 because right now my cunning is +2, so 7 + 2 is 9.
So you rolled a 9.
-1.
-1 is 8, and they rolled a 10, which means they are.
We have a 13.
Sorry. So yes.
We have it.
So they roll. We have a Hulk. Yes. So it is 8 plus 13 is 21. They rolled a 10, which
So
means
11.
your bonus goes to an 11, which is still good. Plus 11. All right. So you have the 11. You're able to prepare for them. You fought them before. You know how to deal with these, sea creatures. You know to go after them when they're, when they're full. And now, will you be able to survive the run up to them? Roll.
I don't think so.
Speed like shadow.
Shadows.
That is a minus.
All
It
right.
was a temporary scuffler. Thank you, Emily. All right. So now, what did you roll for combat?
I got an 18.
18. And Nikhil?
Oh wait, I have to roll. Is this the time where I can invoke on Tan's ability because I feel like he's taking it too strongly as a sense of appeal? Is a sense of appeal happening here, or is it the next round?
He's not tempted.
No. We're rolling combat. I just got an 18 with my added power, but
Okay, he's not tempted yet, right?
no. I've only been tempted once. I'm vibing.
Okay, good. Okay, cool. So which means I can roll for combat, which is gonna be very bad because it's 1. That's because I got -2 on my stats roll, so it's 1
That's
in
fine.
total on my side.
19 total plus what's our carryover right now? 21.
21. So 40.
Oh,
So 40
We
versus
destroyed them. We destroyed
40
them.
versus their 7 is 33. That brings us to 80 victory points.
we just went through 2 checkpoints.
Exactly. And those checkpoints are. Yes. The dragons are afraid. Gain a +2 to your horse dice pool talent in the Trampled Them phase for as long as your victory score is higher than your invasion score. And survivors are inspired by your victories, and stories of your deeds begin to spread and grow. And as you feel so powerful, like you could take anything, suddenly, Brigo, that sense of power vanishes.
No!
But you feel that the sensation is there. All you have to do to get it back is to look to your shadow.
I'm good.
Your shadow is gone? The shadow is gone from Tan?
The power up is gone.
I look the same.
Oh. Okay. Oh, the suit is gone now. Good job, Rego.
The what is gone?
The suit on your shoulder. It's gone now.
Oh. I don't respond to it really. I'm just like, huh.
Yes. However, the invasion, there are some nests you haven't dealt with, and so they continue to cause problems as we go up. The invasion goes up to 45
Oof.
from the 2
Why
nests
though?
you've left. You have 2
Yeah.
nests left you haven't dealt with. So, I think, what's it called? Yes. Double check something. Don't mind the scuff. Okay, that's fine. So, you, as you're preparing for the next one to hit, there is, you feel something in the bowels of your soul, Master Chieftain. like a call, like that says something is very wrong. Something is wrong on the homestead, as you are just like haunted by this image of your master, dangling for his life in the jaws of the horrifying Dragon King over the remains of a city. But in exchange, you must join me. Otherwise, yeah. So you have the choice. You can accept, or you can try and fight this being that isn't. You could try and fight whatever's causing trouble with the city and try and rescue your master.
Will I be a good horse to my master if I do so?
That's your choice.
Can I delay this decision?
Delay for what?
For one combat. After one combat.
No. You have to decide now whether you want to basically... You're not going to fight the Dragon King. You're going to be fighting the dragons that are in this city. So basically, it'll be an urban conflict. The amount of dragon stuff you will have to roll for. So you don't know how many are there. So it's your choice. Either switch sides or have a dragon fight where the stakes are, if you fail, bad things happen to the master in the city. If you succeed, you rescue the master and you cannot be tempted again.
My master said, always do what's in your heart, what is right. And this is not right at all. I will not be tempted, and I will push off.
So you're going...
So I'm going to resist the temptation.
Okay. You're going to try and save your master, though, without giving it attention.
Without your power, without anything. I have always done with my own prowess before. I will do it again.
It vanishes like as if the shadow just like goes away as the image. So if you are in an urban area, find them is skipped. Wait, how does that make sense? Anyway, roll to see what dragons are in the area.
Oh, what dragons are in the area? Oh, I
Yeah.
rolled it to something else. My bad. 1 second.
No worries. Just one.
I mean,
six.
find them is
No!
skip.
No! No!
What you get? You got an ancient? Do you want
It's a
to?
6.
Do you want to push that down with your scout ability?
I can. I'm just pushing it down to a 5.
And I will push it down to an adult. Now roll your
Okay.
d4.
Oh no. Math Dorito, don't fail me now. That's a 1! We can fight a 1!
That's it.
There
Let's
is
go. Let's
one-
go.
You see, in the there are minor dragons of pillaging, but there is one dragon that's a terrifying one. It is dark, black, this black shadow skin. It is half shadow, maybe quarter shadow, maybe a direct descendant of the Dragon King himself, terrorizing this city. And you're like seeking, and you can see it is like looming over this building. That's has this image of an anvil on it, as you can hear the sound of your master. It's like get back, get behind me, as he's like clearly helping people inside, trying to protect them with a very small hammer. But he does not have hooves to trample the dragon.
Everyone
But you
knows
do.
hooves are the dragon's weaknesses.
Damn right. Time to roll to prepare.
So we're gonna seek them out first.
Seeking is skipped.
Oh.
You have
We
found
go
them.
straight to prepare.
You go straight to prepare. So for
Okay,
every point the GM subtracts from my DDP, I add 1 threatened human.
Okay.
So I will let you know what I get on my
Glad
single
you only
D10.
have 1 dragon, so you don't get to fuck around with that.
So what is right now? Do we roll for cunning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rolling for cunning then.
I got a 1.
Oh shit.
Oh wait, no, I got a 0. I have a -8.
Got a 3. in total from my end. So that's a 3
Okay.
from both of us.
So 6.
How come?
Right. Wait. So each of you got 3, right?
I got
No.
a 0.
Okay, so 3.
I got a 3.
So he rolled a 5, and I subtracted 3 to add 1 threatened human. So the roll is so he got a 2, but there are 3 humans in danger, including your master. So
Okay.
So 3
now
more
you're in to
people,
survive
right?
them. There are 3 people: the master and 2 others. It looks like 2 small children that he's like trying to protect. Now you're in to survive them. For every threatened human the horse is saved, subtract 2 from your final result.
Okay.
So it is time
Next
to
up is
roll to
speed.
survive,
How we do
which
for
is
Speed.
speed. All right.
Oh, we're so shit at this.
6.
Yes, but you do get a plus. There is a +1. So let's go.
Oh, that is a -5, unfortunately.
So that's a 1.
Uh,
Okay, let's still subtract 1. Oh, we have to subtract 2. Fuck. Let's go
Yes.
down to a -1 to keep his master alive at least, even if the others don't make it.
What's it called? You want to subtract 1?
Yeah, so we go down to like we had a total of 1, right?
Yeah,
So
total of 1.
we go down to -1 and we get
Okay.
the master saved at least.
Okay. With a total of -1, he rolled a nat 10. So that is a
God damn it,
currently,
Chirag!
currently at a 9.
Okay, not bad.
Okay. So at least one of these humans is saved. 2 don't make it, and now it is time to see if you can
trample
fight them.
1v1 me, bitch.
1v1 them. It is a D8 versus D10. Let's go.
That is a 14. Die!
That's an 8. You knock it down. It is stunned. It cannot properly fight you. It cannot properly stop you from trying to trample it. So now
It was
you roll
trampled.
unopposed. The score is 9. Can you beat a 9?
We
with
also
your
get a
combined
+2
combat score?
from our victory score.
Okay,
Victory
going to
score
roll.
after hitting 50 gives us a +2 on the trample them phase.
Yeah,
As
correct.
long as the victory score is higher than invasion, which it is.
And it is currently. Let's go. It's good to have people who know the rules. Never let anyone tell you otherwise.
Uh-huh.
So 14 from me.
5 on my end.
The
So
19,
19 plus 2, 21.
you have beaten it by 12 points.
It doesn't roll here, right? So
No, it has no roll. I'm
Yeah.
just the you had a -9.
we were
technically,
minus.
because
Okay.
you had -9. That's what I mean. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
so, you,
forgot.
so you said 21, right?
Yes.
Okay. That means 12.
Right,
That
12.
means you gain +12, bringing you to 92. So you're able to go in and fight off this creature, bring it down, and demolish buildings. As you see, you have managed to save, one of the kids, and stop your master from being eaten. But he is in critical condition. He is taken. He is taken out from the shock, from the stress of everything. He's not dead, but he isn't. He needs intense medical treatment. But you've saved the city, which has a old-fashioned version of a hospital.
Well,
They will care for him, but they'll need, they'll you realize you have to fight. As you're looking at this, look at the form. One of the children you saved looks over and says, are you Master Chieftain, the horse that he talked about?
I just huff.
Wow, you're brave like he talked about. We thought he was weird how he would talk about how brave his horse is and how much he missed it, but I see it now that you're here, now that you're trampling the dragons. Thank you for saving us, Mr. Horse.
I feel somewhat guilty still because the other child did not survive. So yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't want to. The kid is also unconscious and that kind of thing. So he's also been like knocked in, and might be on crutches for a while. Assuming the Shadow King it doesn't win, in which case all of humanity is
The
destroyed.
Shadow King with this another.
Shadow King, Dragon King, they're the same. Wink.
Wink.
Yeah, they're the same. They're not two separate
I
entities.
huddle
I don't have
around-
I don't have an extra expansion that Armaan gave me to put into the game. I don't have Dragons Trample Shadows.
You
That's
just want to
not
live.
me. Wink. Okay, I think we have time. What's everyone's schedule like? When do people need to go?
I can stay for longer.
Yeah, like I'm good for like another half an hour.
All right,
I just needed like a 2-minute break though.
let's take
Just
a
a
2-minute break. Let's restore water.
Yes.
Yes, and we will be back in 2 minutes. I will be here with chat. Hello.
All right. I shall go procure an ingot of cheese for myself.
Get that cheese. Get your cheese.
Hell yeah.
Get that cheddar.
Chubby.
And Nicole is right. Evil kings have multiple names sometimes. They are referred in different ways. Right? There's no way I don't have a secret extra Shadow King. Everyone gone? Yeah, everyone's gone. Okay, so how do you guys think I'm doing so far? Let me know what you think, chat. With zero prep of this game. Am I doing it well? Am I messing it up? What do you guys think? Man. Stop it. Go on. One of the new kind of dragons. We got 4 different unique kind of dragon you can slide in. You think the players are ready for that? Are we still scuffed, Emily? All right. So we have in that world we have where are the power nests? We have warrior dragons, which can add a D4 for every dragon in this pool. We have ambush dragons. They prepare for the stage. They attack from the shadows. The GMs do not have a chance to prepare. And they use twice the number of dice as usual. Oh my god. Oh man, why would you do this? Nomadic dragons. They add their dice to an undefeated net. Actually, that might be good. That sounds fun. And iron scale dragons. They are very strong. They're very hard to trample. So that could be used. That could be fun. Yes. What do you guys feel? I don't think a warrior. It depends what they get. I imagine on this power nest table. So that'll be fun. Maybe they'll get an ancient. Who knows? Who knows at all? Yeah. Knowing their luck. We'll find out what they get. We'll find it out. Maybe they'll get a Scard.
Already there, Chirag. Master's dying.
Yeah. Poor master. Poor master.
Probably will huddle around the master for until someone looks after him, so that I can continue my journey.
Yeah.
Like in Sekiro. Like in what is it? No, not Sekiro. Like in Tsushima, Ghost of Tsushima, where you can huddle around the player huddles around the horse. So I'll just be like huddling over the master.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair. I mean, the fact is, if you don't take down the Dragon King and his minions and the Shadow King, I mean, what? They're the same character. Your master will be in danger.
Regardless, so it's no point in falling to that temptation.
Exactly. And now you can never be tempted. Because you have stood up to temptation. What?
Screw you, Dragon King. La
Yeah.
la la la.
I think it's fixed.
Yeah, you fixed it.
That is good.
It just
All right.
with It just went like, suddenly I went through like a 777 Boeing flight at the moment. Just went loud, loud, and loud.
All right. So, it's time. Everyone's back
Yeah.
to roll for the undefeated nests.
Oh no!
What do we roll?
That is a 4, which is added, which means it is now 49 invasion and
Oof.
92 victory. All right. So you have the choice. Do you want to go after under the undefeated nest, which is currently
Oh, I'll
2
try to
of
move
the
my
D8s?
ovals. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move your ovals 2 to the right. I mean 1 to the right.
Mine is already maxed out. What do I do?
You pick one of the
another
other
one.
ovals.
Wait, I can increase it one more?
You have a combat one, remember?
There's 2, right?
Yeah. I mean, they're
You
all
can go-
maxed out.
How are they all maxed out? You should
Are
only
they
be moving
both
one at a time.
all the way to the right? No, you have a +2 on cunning, right? So that will go back to 0.
Oh, okay. Yeah. My bad.
Yeah.
1 second.
Yeah, we were editing our
Right.
sheets on different pages. That's why I didn't notice.
Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, put it to 0. I'll put it to 0. Because they had the characters on the other end, right?
Yeah, and
It's now proper.
there's also a basic sheet on the first page, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's automatically updating? No, it's not. Okay, I'll just put that right now. All right.
So it is a.
Let's
All right. Now, do you want to
clear
do?
the hatchling nest.
All right.
Let's
All
stack
right,
these
let's do
twins
that.
up.
All right. Let us
Okay.
go.
So let me seek them out.
Yes,
Yep.
seek them out.
Seek them out. Yeah. D8, right? So seeking.
I also got a
yes.
+2 to that now. I got a
Oh
7,
shit! That's a 1 + 8, so that's a 9.
and I got a 7.
Ooh. And I believe this was just a. There was only 2 hatchlings in here.
Yes.
Yeah, they got a 4.
We got a 16.
All right, 12. You're on +12 right now.
All right. Next
Now
up,
this is
it's
where we
cunning.
shit the bed. Yeah, this is where it all goes wrong.
Let's
Oh
go.
boy, I got a 2,
Mine is 3.
so -1 in
All right.
total.
All right, and they got a 6. So, -6, -1. You have down to +5.
All right.
All right. Now
All right.
it's speed, where
Now
we
your
also
speed.
lose.
You see these little halflings in their icy.
Got a
terrain.
0. Oh, total to 0. Oh, that's good.
2.
So yeah.
Okay, they got a 4. You got a 2. So 2 + 5 is 7. They got a 4. You are down to +3.
That's all right.
Are you 1v1ing them?
Of course. That's not a
right.
question. at
Trample the
this
shit.
point.
Just trample the shit out of that.
You show me an ancient. I'm gonna try at least.
All right.
11.
All right. You take it down. They are now only rolling 1d4, and you have a +3. Combat.
I have a +3 and a +2 from trample them.
So you roll with +5. One of you does.
I mean,
That's a
total
4.
Yeah. 16 plus your 4 is 20 plus the 5, so 25.
Okay.
And yeah.
25. So it is. They had 2. So it is +23
Let's
brings
go.
to 115.
Oh,
You
Let's
Um,
go.
you unlock.
150.
You
heart
first
move!
of all, you take it down. You move your ovals to the right. You crush this icy little worm. This icy little hatchling. Mark your oval, and you each get a heart move. Tell us what heart moves are.
Okay.
We should take different ones.
So,
Yeah, I need the list of the heart moves, unfortunately.
So-
There's like 4.
page 9.
Yeah.
No, because I still didn't get the link from the chat, so it's gonna take a while.
Okay, I'll just share it on. I'll share it on screen. Why not?
No, it's okay. I can get it. If someone can screenshot it to my DM, it'll be great.
All right, that's there. Let me find Nikhil. So, the options, not there. I want this. So, the options for the heart moves. You can choose one of these 4 options. You can pick any 2 negative numbers from your stat lines, whether or not your stat over is currently around it, cross them out and replace them each with a 0. Stories are growing, inspiring others to join your fight. Add an extra 1d8 to your victory score after each battle. A witch blesses you with wings. Gain a 1d10 bonus to any speed roll you make. Or strengthen your resolve and remember who you fight for. Lock one of your stat ovals. It won't change for the rest of the game.
My speed is the weakest at this moment, so I think I can go for the wings thing.
In that case, I'll go for the first one. I'm gonna cross out my -8 to cunning.
All right.
And for now, I'll cross out my minus. This is interesting. I'll cross out my -8 to speed.
All right.
I'll just
All right.
that. Retype.
Not bad. And as for the undefeated nest, the 2 metal dragons is a 3. They go up to 52, which triggers something. It triggers all players move one of their stat ovals by 1 in any direction.
All right.
All right. So going to push it
Yeah.
towards
it
0, 0 at this
It says,
point.
it says all players can, so I assume it's optional.
I'm doing it. I need to get to those zeros I just put with my heart move. I need to reach them.
All right.
All right. I'm pushing it back to 0, 0 with the cunning and combat section so that I can push towards cunning down the line. All right. That should do it for me.
Nice. All right. So that seems to have worked itself out. You run into at the city, you run into a woman who's extremely grateful that you're able to save her grandchildren. And she gives you, something that you think like, oh, this is just, feed, lovely feed. And then you just feel this uncomfortable rubbing in your shoulder. And then suddenly you are a Pegasus now, essentially. You have wings.
Oh my god. This brand, it's called Bulbul.
Exactly.
Oh. That's a session 0 joke that no one was there for.
The thing is that I made it work. That's the best part. I made it work.
Also, I actually did have one other mechanical question. I don't know if it will come up during the stream yet, but essentially, like when we do get to pick, like let's say future heart move, right? Can we pick the same move twice?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It's like Power Apocalypse. Usually, once you take it, you're supposed to cross it out. So I don't think you can pick.
Like,
you
it
can't,
wasn't like specified. That's why I was just checking.
You couldn't get like 2 sets of wings. For example.
That's what I meant. Like, can you get to a point where you add like 2d10 to your speed?
I don't think so.
Cool.
So let's prepare. So you have 1 nest left, or you can roll for something new.
Let's clear this shit out. We've waited long enough. Let's clear this shit out.
All right.
All right.
I think I can compensate for my weaknesses, so let's go.
Yeah, no, like I'm way better with that. Like my -8 to cunning is gone now, so I don't like always make us lose a round.
Alright.
With the D10, hopefully it should negate much of the speed losses, so it should be fine. So
Alright.
yeah.
Because enough time has passed, I'm going to say they found a replacement for Jim. So now there are 3 sirs in the group
How
again.
dare you? How dare
They're just
you?
kobolds. They're just kobolds.
Yeah.
How
So here we go.
Oh god. Alright.
Let's roll.
Seeking. Again.
Seeking.
Alright.
I'm actually.
That's an 8 plus 8, 16. Let's go.
7 from me.
All right. So that is they rolled an 8, so that is a 15 total
Let's go.
bonus. So plus 15.
We're
Let's
stronger
go.
now.
You know where to find them. They're still there, crawling over these cliffs, with a brand new one with more misshapen armor. These damn dragon snails. Drails, if you will.
Drails.
Yes.
Now let's
Snag him.
prepare
They-
for combat. Prepare.
Prepare for combat.
That's a 3 from my end.
That is a 6 from my end.
Okay, so that
Let's
is a
go.
9 plus 15 is 24. They got an 18, which brings us down to 6.
Okay, we're getting there. We can do this. Next is speed.
Speed? This
I
is
add
where
a
I'm
D10
gonna
to
be-
it.
Yeah. This is where I screw you over though. 0.
No, same with me. I have a negative, all a negative. So let's
Yeah,
see.
but you have a D10, right?
Oh, that is a total of 8. So 8 minus 8 again is a 0.
So you got a
Oh, okay.
you got a 0 plus
Yeah.
plus 6, and they got a 10, which means you are at
Okay.
-4.
This is dealable.
Much
Yes,
deal. Yeah,
you-
we can handle this.
Yes,
One
you
day,
are
one
running
time.
for them, but it's difficult to survive as they see you coming
I'm
and like
going
a
for
scent
new
of
gym.
rocks from the cliff. They're like you're heading for new gym.
I'm
You're going
for
to
the new
challenge
gym.
these.
There can
New
be
gym.
no gym.
No, yes. And like, what do you mean? I've always been Jim this whole time. It's great of you that you don't see you don't see
I've been here
dragons.
the whole time.
Do we pan the camera to Jim?
Yeah, he just
Just
jims
looks
the
at
camera for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's like, he's got massive pranks ready for you. All right,
50.
D8 versus your D8. Yeah, he's fine. He can't be that. So, that Jim is knocked out.
That's what
he
she
is
said.
Hey, he is sent tumbling away from that terrible line. Now it's
I
you
throw
versus
him off the
D8.
cliff.
Yes. Yes.
Uh,
This is
trample
horsepower.
Horse. Just pain my eyes right now, but
So 2d8, and they have you have a -4. Let's
and a
go.
+2 from the trample them.
Exactly.
I got a 12.
I got a 3.
So
Okay.
15 plus a 17.
So 17. They have a 4 with the -4, so that is 17 versus their 8 total, which means you have beaten them by
Let's go.
9.
Let's beat the
Yes.
shit out of them.
You beat them by 9, bringing you to 124.
Oof.
One away.
Yes.
God.
Yes. You're able to take them down, take down the gym, and I will just read it for the chat. What would have happened at 125? You help a warrior defeat a hatchling and is immortalized in the painting. A quizzed Blash and his horse entangles by a dragon.
Oh.
Yeah, that would be fun. That'd be a nice thing to happen. But that's all right. You have made big headways. You are almost, you are over halfway through, just about.
We're about halfway through, actually.
So
Exactly.
about halfway
Yeah.
to a complete victory. And the Dragon King is like, perhaps worried about these powerful horses, inspiring heroism and legend. And while he knows one is incorruptible, there is that dark shadow in the fur of the one named Brago. Will he seek more power? And how will the horses survive if they have to face another ancient or more groups of ancients? Are they strong enough? Who knows? Because this was a one-shot, as we saw what can happen if a GM preps a game they've never played before with 1 hour. Thank you very much for my players for trolling me and also knowing the rules when I didn't. I hope you guys had a good fun.
Yep.
Hell yeah. It was a great game.
Yeah.
And
Because the
fast-
next plot point is what I was expecting we would get through.
Yeah. What? Brago
So close.
turning bad? Yeah. We didn't have time. But it's a good game.
I had a full play, getting midway through, turning and then turning back and coming back with a bunch of buffs.
Oh yeah. That's a
Oh my God,
bonus.
how did we survive through? How did we survive through with just 2 players? Is insane.
Dude, I mean, to be fair, we didn't have to fight any of the big dragons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Dude, I got 6 and I had to reduce it I don't.
Yes, and
Just so you know,
I would
in
just-
session 0, we fought an ancient. It was wrong.
Yeah, I had shit rolls. I
Oh,
had
wait, we
shit
fought
rolls.
2 ancients, I think. I forget. 1 or 2.
No, we reduced it because it was
Yeah,
the
yeah,
session 0 thing. So we reduced it. Oh my lord.
well, I hope you guys had fun watching. And if you enjoyed the show, let us know. Things you liked about it, things you don't be approved. Retweet, the video on Twitters. Join us on the Discord, so you can stay attentive for when we try and do this again at some point where I'm playing more systems I don't know, which is always a delight. Hold on 1 second. Yes. If you have a game you want to have showcased on this system, get in contact with me or Poorna or Armaan on Twitter, our socials, or the Daisies and Dragons Twitter, which is about to be shared by me, maybe?
You?
I hope it's not me. It'll probably be me. The Daisies and Dragons Twitter, which is here. You can find us on Twitter at that. And yes, thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you again. And remember, you can trample dragons. That's not the name of the game. Anyone. Yes. Yes.
Including a snail. So give it a try.
Yes. We're not announcing that. We haven't agreed to this. We're not. There will be another episode, but we're not saying the date that's written down in chat until that's confirmed. But there will be more episodes.
That is true.
There will be more episodes. Anyway, take care, and we are going to be disconnected from stream any moment now. Any moment. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Wave.
Where?